Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to my subscribers as always. So today I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the 990 Pro right here. If you have seen my previous videos, I had bought the younger brother, which is much more faster, almost 15 gigs per second of read on this one. This is the PCI 5.0, but this is the 4.0, the older brother, the older version of it. Pretty decent. I got it for almost 100 euros, a bit more. 1 terabyte. This is going to be my dedicated Windows drive. Right now, I've been dual booting Windows and Linux with the 9100 Pro, but I'm going to make this one now dedicated for Linux because that's where I do most of my work. And this is going to be for casual gaming and DaVinci Resolve video editing on this 1 terabyte. So I've got another RAID 1 setup coming with 3.5-inch drives coming in, and that's going to be a story for another day. Maybe we'll see if I have time. So what's in the box? Very simple packaging. I like this recycled material that they're using. And yeah, simple drive is right there. It's very thin. It's only one-sided, so that's good. You will need, for your computer, you will need maybe then a padding here. So if your motherboard doesn't come with it, think about maybe potentially having a little pad below it. And then you would need also some kind of heat, I would say a heat dissipator. So normally your motherboard might come with a cache with pads underneath it that are going to be aligned onto the SSD. So yeah, I would recommend that because these things do get hot when they're under operation. So you want something to cool them down a bit. So yeah, so it's nice and thin. It's only one-sided. 1 terabyte is a small capacity, so that is normal. And yeah, so very simple. And then you got the documentation underneath it in the box. There you go, folks. So now I'm going to install the 990 Pro NVMe on my motherboard. This is the Asus B850M motherboard. It has 3 NVMe slots. This is the 5.0 slot, and these two are 4.0 slots. I'm going to be putting it into this one right here. The reason why not in this one is because the first two, the 5.0 and this one right here, the 2, they have direct connections with the CPU, so there will be no impact on the GPU bandwidth. However, I believe that depending on the CPU that you've put on your motherboard, there are cases where in the manual it says that for G4 type CPUs, I believe we'll do the generation 4, the bandwidth between the third slot, NVMe slot, and the PCI Express 16X here for the GPU, the bandwidth can be shared, and that way your your GPU speed will drop if you put another third drive here. So check the manual always. And if you just saw maybe, drop in performance of your GPU and you recently added maybe an NVMe drive, then, that might be the culprit. So just so that you know. So mine came with this cache, and underneath it, there are pads. So these are very important. So I'm going to be just removing this one right here to map it with the second drive here. So this is a thermal pad right here. So don't forget to remove the plastic here. Otherwise you could get a nasty surprise because these things tend to run very hot. So you have a latch right here. Okay, and the way this works is very simple. You don't need to turn it or to lock in your NVMe. Okay, there's no need to do that. All you have to do is just when you're inserting your NVMe drive, you just have to press this down and your drive will just sit in. Okay, so let me show you that. Remember, I showed you that this is a single-sided NVMe card. So my motherboard came with these thermal pad right here to also adjust the height of the NVMe drive when putting it on. So let's have a look. This will go in right here. There's a hole right there with the pad. So all you have to do is just put this in here like so. Okay, now that it's set properly, we're going to insert the NVMe drive like so. So with like a 30-degree inclined angle, 30 degrees approximately. Once this connection has been properly made, don't force anything. Just remember that if it's not going in, these are very delicate components, so do not apply pressure or force. Now, once I've pressed this down, all you have to do now is just come here and just push this back and that's it. And the drive, there you go, will just drop in place all by itself. All right, I hope this was helpful. I'll catch you in the next one.